All right.
And then this was the altar where Spider helped us get
the haste potions.
The haste potions that taste like raspberry.
Yeah, our raspberry haste potions.
They're special raspberry.
Yum, 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 yum.
Okay. Sweet. That actually makes it a lot easier on me.
That we have haste potions, or that we remember what we actually did for once?
Well, that everyone remembers what you guys were doing and that you're still in the middle of the dungeon.
We do have a little bit of a problem remembering what the hell we were doing.
How many of those potions do we have, and who has?
I have 3, but I gave 1 to Agrin, and I think Jor had 2.
I had 2. I had 3, and I kept 2, and I gave 1 to Amonit. Okay.
And then I don't remember how many Spider got, if he got any. I just remembered that you shadow stepped, and I did my pseudo shadow step. My emo elf step.
I still need to fix Agrin's frickin' token. It's still a null.
I keep forgetting that mine's still. Yeah, I'm still lizard.
Yeah,
I'll figure something out.
I don't have good tokens for you guys, and I haven't made any. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm being a bad lazy player and don't have a token. I'll do it myself.
And it's just Sun Puppies has a higher death rate than just about any other game we've ever, not even death rate. We were just
disappearance.
I'm bored with my character.
I want to do something else.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are really flexible about your character.
Hey, and Ro may come back, so it's good we kept the lizard.
Yeah, I mean, Ro still lives. In fact, Spider has even called on her to possibly have the commission go and meet with her. It all depends on what you guys choose to do.
Yeah. And Narga, we are streaming, by the way. No, and Narga might come back if you guys find a 10,000 gold diamond.
Are you for real? Why would you dangle that in front of me now?
Now we have to look for.
Especially with where the other campaign, we actually know where one exists.
But what time frame is this? What is the other campaign?
Okay, so the Sun Puppies right now, compared to the Malice group, is about 5 years behind.
Technically, they're 3 years before.
Yes. 3 years.
3 years before that campaign?
Yeah. So
but that would kind of mess things up because we've already found the diamond.
So for the Sun Puppies, you've just experienced you guys didn't because you were actually in another plane of existence. Mm-hmm. But the flood happened from the Dreamer exiting the world that caused a lot of problems. Everything else happening with the original Paladins group, Paladins of Pajamas group, is still happening right now. It's like the final moments with that group as you're doing this.
Right now, they're probably in the lawful. They're in Prime, the Prime plane with the trial right now in terms of timeline. If I've got this correct right now,
those geometric droids that I want.
Yes.
Modrons.
Yes.
Yeah, the Modrons.
I love them.
I want Watsy to make a series of plushes of Modron.
Yes. If I could
But I want Watsy to make a series of plushes of everything. So there's owlbears and displacer beasts and
beholders.
I would pay real world money for a beholder plushie, and that's coming from I shouldn't say a Jew, but a really cheap person.
So the Sun Puppies effectually, because the fallout from the Paladins of Pajamas original game happened within a matter of days. You're about three years before the Malice campaign.
So we could butterfly affect it.
We could totally paradox this, and then we could go look in the other campaign for it, and it'd be gone. Just like what happened.
The only thing is,
Becca actually knows that there is a there is a safety net specifically for that. How Malice works.
You don't trust us.
No, it's that like
the plot.
I've mentioned it. There's a weird time dilation field. So if you guys want to jump ahead 3 years,
Well, now I do. Let's jump ahead 3 years, get Narga back, take over Malice, have one giant session. We have to.
Oh, that would be so interesting. That would definitely be something we would have to do, like on a day that Scott and I could coordinate and like co-DM this shit.
He's shaking his
shaking his head. No,
so violently.
No, so much no.
Fine, I won't suggest really cool, fun ideas that everyone would love. Fine.
no, everyone would love. Everyone
except
would
you,
love,
who's in
except for
charge
one
of it.
person whose head would like literally explode on stream.
Yeah, but that'd also be funny for the views, right? Hey, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
as blood comes shooting out of my nose and I collapse on my keyboard would be really funny on stream.
Well, it's funny if it doesn't actually happen. In theory.
Okay. So I'm going to throw this out there while I go get more of this really weird tea artichoke wine mixture.
The elixir you've made.
Yeah. So you guys have haste potions that taste like raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To the south of you is the altar that you got all these potions from that had a trap. And please discuss amongst yourself for just a moment what you actually want to do, and then tell me once I get back.
Okay. So Agron's gonna. Actually, I have to load my character sheet. Did we take a short rest right before we did that? Because
you were taking
Yes.
a short rest.
Yes, you were, and I think Amon it was because you guys were injured.
No, it was less because Agron was injured and more because Agron has used every
Oh yeah,
single
you
one of
used
his-
all your points. Yeah.
And he's a short rest character, so like it was like I'm just like, what are we doing now? Are we exploring more?
Well, there's a door over here, and I'll point because you'll be able to see it through the doorway. There's another door here. I forget, Jor, you checked that out. Do you remember if it was locked or not?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. We'll ask when she gets back. But either
We'll go try the door again.
5 minutes ago.
Either way, we can find a way to open the door, and then we can just continue on that way. But otherwise, the room looked closed. There wasn't a door towards the south end, but we also didn't look all the way down there. As long as you don't touch the altar, because that's trapped, and Spider is still there for some reason.
Where am I? I can't find my token.
I'm gonna ping it, but you're in the room just to the south.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah. With the altar. I remember you got hit by the lightning, right?
Oh, I should check my hit points, huh?
I don't remember. I thought you got hit, but you saved it, so you only took half damage or something like that.
I got hit as well.
Yeah, and then I used my
I don't remember.
generation.
Okay, I'm gonna roll 2d10 plus my con.
Okay.
This is me healing. Just in case anyone is wondering.
Yeah.
Were we ending with a rest?
Yeah, we were taking a short rest, so heal up, regain your abilities, get all your cool shit.
Yeah, I got all my cool shit back.
We need to find some cool materials to get better armor for Odie, so he's actually useful.
And probably better armor for Agron.
What does Agron currently have?
He just has base full plate, which isn't like it's not bad armor, but like.
But if you're gonna be our battering ram, as it were,
our quote unquote meat shield, as it were. Maybe my
it's
AC,
an apt term.
Maybe my AC should be higher than 18.
Probably. We can keep an eye out for special materials here. If we do run into a dead end here, we do have the option of going underground where, before you joined, where the earth elementals came from, where they said there were interesting gems and things down there. So maybe there'd be cool materials as an option.
Are they gonna make better armor or weapons? Although my chef's knife, my Keen chef's knife, has been great for like critting on or doing increased damage on monsters.
It has been very useful, yeah. I'm not worried about your weapon, but maybe, yeah, finding better armor for you, too, would be good.
Mm-hmm. I would also point out, like, it's full plate, but it's also kind of ill-fitting full plate. Like, it's not...
Okay.
Agron's a very big person, and...
It's like a crop top full plate.
Oh, yeah, like, there's definitely... There's navel going on, and, like, lip abs.
I love it. So, Becca, we don't remember. George checked this, and was it locked or no? This door.
Let's see. Let me double check my notes. It was unlocked. Like, you guys.
Okay.
George checked it. It's unlocked. I'm pretty sure you guys just like closed it as everything else was going on.
Yeah.
Jor wouldn't have closed the door.
All right. So the door's open then.
Okay. Well, guys, just don't trigger the trap, and I think we said we wanted to go through this door. I shouldn't go first, though. I don't know why I did that. I need to stop.
What trap?
There was a trap. I'd point to the altar and say, that will electrocute you, so don't touch it.
Agron is actually walking up to the altar as you say
No.
that.
I grab you.
Jor is still singed.
Yeah, I already touched it a couple times.
I
It's kind of like that. Ow! Ow!
The remnant static electricity. Yeah.
More like a
Like,
lightning bolt.
A little less tinglies and a little more, oh God, my bud. I'm dead now. All right. Who wants to go first through the door?
All right. So you guys can see before you decide this. At the center of this corridor, the ceiling has collapsed. So you actually have like a mound of rubble in the middle of this corridor and kind of like an opening leading up. It looks like daylight up above, but it is a pretty long
Climb.
Pretty long climb, kind of similar to the.
Oh, come on! You know you wanted to have her say that it was a long shaft.
I've already said that with the last one. But it's apparent that possibly there are caves or like tunnels leading in higher sections from like if you stand like underneath it and look up. That possibly is why it's fallen, like something is dug through the substrate that wasn't originally there.
Okay. That sounds like a big beast. Big beast problem.
Yeah, structurally speaking, is there a way to maybe clear this collapse so that we can continue on this level without going up?
You can easily climb over this. You don't actually have to climb up. It's
okay. Yeah, let's just climb over.
A mound in the center. There is enough room, even for Agron and for Spider, to like crawl over the top.
Okay, just point of clarification, because you might know, bugbears actually have a specific ability to squeeze. Like they that's why they're considered medium. Like, yeah, they're like contortionists. It's a weird thing. That
Weird. I didn't know that. Now I want to look that up for later. But yeah, so let's just climb over that.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here. Is there a door here?
Yes, there is a door there. It is oddly metallic. It is old and rusted, but it is a metal door, not a stone door.
Okay.
You should touch it. Those are never traps.
Agron's gonna like lick his finger and be like, and touch the handle of the door.
Stop trying to electrocute yourself, damn it.
All right,
This is Sun Puppies. This is what happens.
roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I'm really bad at this. Give me a second.
Oh god,
Yes,
is it
you
going to be like
are.
chain lightning in this hallway? That would be so terrible.
I'm on the rubble. If that means anything. Like I'm perched on it and looking. Oh shit.
Nothing happens.
Becca, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I open the door.
You're a liar.
So I need you to do a strength check. Either athletics is something I will accept, but as it is right now, you try to open it. It's like a.
Okay.
I know that was super mean of me. I'm sorry.
27.
Okay, so you wrench on it. It like groans. It like catches though. It's like, oh, I just need a little bit more force.
I run and kick it.
Wait, isn't he pulling?
Yes. All right, so Jor.
No, I wasn't doing
not
anything.
how
I was
George
taking the
works.
handle, and then I was doing this thing. So, like, whatever way the door is supposed to swing, I'm going to be like, okay.
All right.
No, I just love
so-
the idea.
Because I'm not Narga, I'm not retarded. So, like, it's.
No. I'm saying Jor is, and that's what's amusing me because you're like getting the door, you're pulling, and it's working. Jor's like, "Oh, help!" Kick.
So Jor, go ahead and either give me an insight check or an acrobatics check, whichever you want.
I love Jor. I'm sorry, I love Jor. Little tiny goblin spaz.
An insight check or an acrobatics check?
Yeah, I mean, totally two different skills.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with the acrobatics because, yeah.
Whatever your little green heart desires.
All right, so Jor comes running past Agrin, his foot like.
Can I
swings
use
by
my
your
like?
face.
It's not the character ability, but can I use my reaction to like interpose myself to just
Body
take the
block him?
drop kick because I really don't want him to fuck with me?
So, Agrin,
I will take the damage. I will take a critical hit from George's drop kick in order to not have him jam this door further.
I might open the door, though.
Agrin, with what you were doing, you know it's actually going to be swinging inward.
Oh,
So-
okay. So, like, I'm fine with that. Never mind.
Yeah. So Jor's foot comes flying past your face. You are actually starting to push, like lean your body into it. His foot hits the door. It goes swinging open.
Just Agrin, dex check that you don't fall.
I am very perplexed, and I don't know.
I heard the word perplexed, and that was about it.
See,
Yeah.
Jor doesn't have to do insight checks. He knows.
Yeah, that
He just
was
knows.
also kind of what I got. Is perplexed. Not entirely sure. Ooh.
Well,
Ooh.
good job, Jor.
Shit.
So I'm guessing Jor's inside now.
I'm assuming that Agrin fell in as well, unless he was braced. But
What is that creature's perception?
Is there a creature in here? What's?
Yeah, give me
I
just-
want to do an investigation roll and see if there's a creature in
what's
here.
important is Jor doing a happy dance.
Yeah. Jor's like,
Okay, I'm gonna need just a moment.
Do you need help? I won't meta if you want me to look it up for you.
I'm looking it up.
Okay.
I've found one before. I mean, they were the thing that I had going on in this thing.
Oh.
I do at this point need everyone to roll initiative.
Is that another chimera?
As Jor hears the sound of kind of like a rumble. So you hear a bleat. You hear like a goat bleat.
Uh-oh.
Friend.
You hear a kind of like grumbling growl from some sort of feline throat.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And you feel the rumblings of a roar.
Is that an adult squig?
I think so.
Adult squig.
At least an older squig than the squig that we have, who, if I recall, was named Billy.
Yeah,
Isn't
Billy
it
the
grand?
squig.
This is
I
the
thought
grand
Billy
squig.
was my goat.
All goats are Billy, but also squig was Billy. Because people keep letting me name things, and unfortunately, Billy's always the first thing that comes to mind.
Tashi's goat of terror is Billy from
Billy.
now on. Yes.
Yes.
Why do we all have sevens for initiative?
I don't know.
I told you because Scott cheated.
It's a happy dance.
Scott hacked the Matrix and gave us all sevens. If he rolls a 7, I demand shenanigans. and
What
we
am I
roll.
doing?
You're rolling
Initiative.
a 7.
In 18, oh my god.
Agrid, roll initiative. If it's a
I have
7, we all
really
get to
shit
reroll.
dex. I have
Yeah,
really
don't worry. We all got sevens.
Roll a 7.
I actually don't have as that bad a dex.
Okay. I still call
I didn't roll a
bullshit.
7.
I still call bullshit. He jinxed
All right.
us. Yeah, but there were 3 7s, and then 3 plus 4 is 7. So numerology, it's still shenanigans.
Did you just pull some Kabbalah bullshit on me?
Yes, I did.
Yes. All right.
Not that I have due to Twitch. Not that I have anything against Kabbalah, but I'm sorry. But if you mess with numbers enough, it's gonna come up with some bullshit.
Numbers are magic. Sorry. Yes, continue back. Ignore us.
Sameo, Joker, and Spider. What are your dex modifiers?
8.
Wait.
Oh.
No, the modifier, not the.
I'm like,
Oh.
You have a 28.
5. Sorry, 5.
Now who's cheating?
4.
Oh, man, I should have rolled with it. I have zeros in everything, but a 28 in dex.
8.
All right, so Jor or Spider, who do you want to go before the other one?
Jor's in front of me, so he can go first.
All right,
Makes sense.
and Agron is last.
I'm just considering a Monet distracted by a patch of mushrooms again. And that's like,
He in here distracting this thing with his whip.
yeah, right?
all he
Super
does.
effectively.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening because I don't really want to have to try to figure out what he's doing right now. Anyhow, the Chimera, slightly smaller. Well, you guys don't know that yet. It's going to
I
use
think Dora's about to find out.
its entire action to squeeze through this archway. It isn't actually an archway, it's not a door. It's using all its movement to like claw and stick its 3 heads out, looking around, and then just like squeezes its way through. It's actually got little bits of fur that are ripped off from squeezing through. Aww. But it does make it here, and that is its entire turn because it had to squeeze through that fucking archway.
Does it look like it was hatched from a squag?
It was indeed. You missed it while you were like, oh, is that an adult squag? I think that's a bigger squag.
Go
looks like
ahead
it fell out of
and
Minecraft.
roll a perception check
Minecraft
if
chimera
anyone
at this
wants.
point.
I super am.
All right, perception from anyone that wants to.
Sure.
I recognize that that's a thing. That's a. Oh well, I'm in the hallway actually, so that roll makes sense. Oh my god, Jor, you're still dancing. You haven't even noticed it yet.
I should have just done an acrobatics check.
All right, so for Jor, this is just a really beautiful big squig.
That's nice.
Or at least
Agron is probably distracted by Jor's dancing.
yeah, or at least parent type of squig. Agron, yeah, dancing. Sameo, oddly, maybe you managed to peek your head around a little bit.
What's over here?
I don't know, it looks pinkish compared to the other one.
It's a squig. It's a giant squig.
Guys, look at the big squig.
Sameo, you are actually up next, which is great with you being able to peek around.
Oh, well, I would move back, but it's not like it'll actually matter because my thing will be the same. When we encountered it last time, I forget, we just knocked it unconscious and then kind of brainwashed it by saying friend until Amonit fed it some special shrooms, right?
And it exploded.
Yeah,
And it exploded.
Yeah, so you remember it breathing fire from
Right.
the dragon mouth.
And it didn't respond to language. Any language.
It did not respond to any language that you guys spoke.
Okay.
Um,
I'll real quick look at everybody. I mean, we already have a squag. And I'll
We have
pull
lots
out.
of. We
Yeah,
have
we have-
other swags.
We
too.
already have other squags.
There's
I'll pull
only
out-
one squag. You have a bunch of eggs. I have a squag.
As I pull out my bow, really subtle as I'm drawing it, I just middle finger.
Why are you attacking Jor? His dance is actually really nice.
It's like the robot.
Ignoring you. Unless anyone says anything otherwise, I'm going to ready my bow and hold action for as soon as it moves, I'll fire at it.
okay.
Oh wait, Hunter's Mark. I remembered. Yes.
Hunter's mark has happened.
Yes.
All right. Next up is going to be Jor, who is currently doing the robot.
Yeah, and see, you should have made a decision because now Jor has to go make a decision what to do with this.
I don't like making decisions. That's Sumayo's thing. She's like, what does everyone else want to do? Where do you want to go eat?
What does Jor want to do?
Do you want to make friend? You did just make a mimic friend.
Yeah. Does Jor have enough friends for today?
Jor, from your position, as soon as you stop dancing, whatever you're doing, I just want to give you this information before you continue. When you stop dancing, you do realize that this creature in front of you does have those 3 different heads that you are familiar with from Squag's parent. But you can see bone and rotting flesh in different sections of this creature.
Oh, goody.
Does Jor know what to do with that knowledge?
It's okay.
I don't know, do you?
Point out that it's rotten.
Can I make a roll?
Yes, please.
What roll would you like? Intelligence? Nature?
Intelligence or nature or even arcana would work.
I think they're all equally as bad.
Hey guys, I think it's already dead.
Just roll.
But we need more squigs.
That is actually
Undead
higher.
squigs?
Can we get an undead?
What's that?
This is high enough for you, Jor. You do know that this thing is already dead. Whatever it is, it is already dead. It is undead at this point. Whether or not you can get undead squigs, I don't actually know. You guys tell me. How are you going to try to do that?
Yes.
Does it look like it would be okay? Like
Does it look friendly?
Petty.
Petty? Does it look petty?
Like, does it look like it would be okay with if I came up and pet it?
You want to pet the exposed bone and rotting flesh?
It does look like it has a weird cloud around it.
Yeah, no. That's a special kind of gas that you don't want to inhale. That's not a vape.
This is so terrible.
Punch it.
Punch it.
Yeah, that's going to be bad too, I have a feeling.
Oh, yeah, sure, because you're melee. I should have struck first.
You
Hey.
punched the black pudding. How bad can it be?
Yeah, for real. You survived punching black pudding when...
I will be like, well, my mimic needs food. My friend mimic needs food, so I will go up here and punch it.
Can mimics get stomach aches? Would he get a tummy ache eating rotten food? Could he get food poisoning? How would that work?
We'll see.
He's an aberration. He'll be fine.
Oh.
Do I have any rotten eggs?
So, yeah, I wanted to
I
swing.
don't know. Do you? Contemplate that question and give me the answer and how you can sell it to me in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to hit it with the scimitar. 12.
Misses.
Want to extra attack it again. 21
Hits.
for 7 points of damage. And then I'm going to bonus action shadow step over here. I'm like,
Oh, in the midst of everyone, too.
I'm like
He's not
I think it's dead.
Hey, guys, it's
All
dead.
right. So the rest of you, Jor suddenly appears like in shadows amongst you and goes, I think it's dead. I think it's dead.
I didn't kill it. It's still moving.
I didn't kill it, but it's definitely dead.
All right, Spider.
Spider is going to hold his attack until after Ag closes with it.
Okay.
Well,
What happens with the eggs first?
I'm going to get my bow ready, and that's it.
All right, Agrin. Can you sell me on this rotten egg thing?
He is a chef.
Yep.
Him and his dads have been bouncing around the multiverse for a while.
Uh-huh.
He has 7 days of rations. According to you,
Yep.
they include eggs.
Yes, this is a thing.
So he probably has 1 or 2, but that is not his plan. That was me just
Okay.
making a joke. He's gonna go 5, 10. He's gonna go right up to here.
I will say you have eggs on you that they are still in their shell, so you can't actually smell them. But Agrin does have a couple of raw eggs that he has been holding on to for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I
Yum.
know. I'm gonna go with Agrin is just gonna attack this guy.
Oh.
You can just have that in your inventory.
And you're gonna forget about it, and like
That'll be
forever
really
from
odd,
now,
right?
we're still gonna be there.
Yep. Next time we're like, oh yeah, remember Agron definitely has rotten eggs now.
Because Scott brought this up, the next time he fumbles on a roll, he might break the eggs.
Oh no.
Okay. Anywho,
Yes, go ahead and do what you're gonna do.
he's looking around and realizing that none of his compatriots are around, and he has no idea how armored this creature is, so he is going to just do a standard attack, not his great weapon master attack, so it's not going to be the crazy damage, because you guys are all cowards.
I'm holding action, excuse
George's
you.
not a coward. He went up there and hit it.
And then ran away like a coward does.
That's not being a coward. That's being smart.
Does this thing look particularly armored, Becca, or quick?
It looks quick. You did see your companion, like the heavier hit actually did damage. Jor, from your perspective, the first hit just kind of like bounced off. Like it actually didn't even hit the creature. The creature like reared back. That's the term I'm looking for. Reared back out of Jor's reach. But the second hit that was much stronger and like faster, Jor like lunging forward, did hit.
Okay, then I'm going to play it safe and not use Great Weapon Master, so I'm going to use my standard attack. 22 to hit.
That hits.
14 slashing damage to it.
Okay.
And then I will, well, hold on. Yeah, 14 slashing damage. And then I will attack it again. 13 to hit.
Misses.
I'm going to use precision strike to add a d8 to it. So that is 20 to hit.
That hits.
So 15 damage to it.
All right. At this point, Spider's action goes off because you held your action.
Right. So Spider will move here, and he will shoot an arrow at it. Agri didn't step back or anything, did he?
No, he's
Making sure
he's
I
a
get
true
my-
great sword user. He's going to be like right in there.
Okay, I will Hunter's Mark for bonus action. And take a shot.
That hits.
Okay, so I get my sneak attack and other damage. So here's my basic damage. And then I'm going to roll. Additional.
18 plus 10, so 28. Okay.
And I will stick.
All right. At this point, Sameo, your held action actually would go off as it starts to lunge forward to action.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll fire my bow. 15?
Misses.
Damn. Okay. Who's
Okay.
singing?
I don't know.
It's not on me and Becca's side.
Okay, that's interesting. I will
Oh, I
do
have
that.
defense against necrotic. That'll be convenient in a minute.
Yes, it will.
I keep forgetting that D&D Beyond has that little section for you, your defenses. I'm like, oh, look at that. Thank God.
All right, so Agrin,
Yep.
as this creature is staring you down and kind of starts lunging towards you,
Uh-huh.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, great. I am so good at these.
Oh no.
5.
You are frightened of this creature.
Damn it.
You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
A little pee trickles out of Agrin's ill-fitting full plate.
Okay, so that was a legendary action that was actually going off. I don't know what's going on. It's very loud. But so that was its legendary action that went off as Samayo's held action went off. Its action, it is going to turn its goat head behind it, looking into the room it just left. And I actually have to look up this. Sorry, terribly sorry. And is going to summon. Well, not exactly summon. It's actually going to return it from the dead, but.
God, I wish I had Mage Slayer right now.
Well, this is going to be interesting. That's way more interesting than I thought. So, what princes out, and I'm going to find a token, is a pure black horse, well, goat, actually, very large goat, with a single horn.
Where does
Friend?
that appear? Yeah.
It's a unicorn. He summoned an undead unicorn.
Undead unicorn.
I want one.
I don't know. I really like the idea of it being a goat. Like, it's a goat with a normal horn. It just only has one because the other one's broken off or something, but it's just really strangely pointed.
No, this
but
is
it
actually
still
a
goat.
thing. Like, if you actually, like, Becca has waxed poetic about this, but if you actually read the original description of the unicorn, it's just a mutated goat.
Yeah, because it has the beard. and
It has the
everything.
beard, it has cloven feet, and the horn is all spirally, which if you've seen a goat whose horns have grown together, they get all spirally.
Yep. So this is a thing for me. Anyhow, so the undead unicorn starts walking out, and I will find a token really quick for a unicorn. It won't be black because for some reason everyone's not good with black unicorns.
Can we have a pet zombie unicorn? I feel like Agrin would actually say this. Like, of all the ridiculous pets, we
Don't worry,
need this one.
If it comes to George's turn, he's going to be riding that unicorn.
I want, friend. What would they eat? What would they kill something to feed it to it? But wait, they wouldn't eat flesh probably. If Amonit was here, I could be like, give me some rotten mushrooms or something, because I bet that's what he'd eat.
I think he gave me one.
I love that looks just
I
like
have one.
a toy unicorn on its side.
Yep.
I love it.
That's the token I can find.
Hey,
Okay.
it's fine. I love it.
All right, so that was the Chimera's turn. It did its terrifying Agrin, and then resurrected, not exactly resurrected, but undeadified a unicorn corpse in the other room. Samayo, it is actually your turn.
Well then. I don't, hold on. So, Jor, you said you have a mushroom or something to try and feed the Chimera, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So should I keep trying to attack it, or What should I do? I could try one of the nets from the last world we were in. I could try loading one of those to slow it down or give it disadvantage or something.
Agron has no contemplated this. Seeing this though, he's now going to like what do we call this thing? Like like Scott would say, like just based upon that it's both and keeping it in the same culture, we'll call it a unishi, like banshee unicorn.
A Unity.
Oh. We'll have to figure that out.
It's a zombicorn.
If you describe what you are loading into the slinger and how you are using it, I will rule on the providing disadvantage or like severe negative impacts to the creature you're fighting.
Okay.
You do.
Because I do have, so I have a hunting trap, just because ranger pack, but I don't. Is that like a bear trap or is that okay?
Normally yes. I will actually allow you to describe it as a specialized pitfall trap or lightning trap that you just
to shock it, paralyze. Yeah, I think I would much rather do that. And what I would try to do is kind of attach it to my bow or attach it to an arrow and fire it directly under the
so if it's going to be the trap, it's going to be something you have to run out and then activate the mechanism.
Okay, well I could still do that. I'll do that
if it's something that you're loading into your slinger, there are things you can load into it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, I'll run up and place the trap directly under its feet. And then, is it my Blessing of the Raven Queen? Teleport back out? Yeah, I'll do that. Because I can. So I'm going to run here and set up the trap immediately underneath it so it goes off ASAP. And then I will mark it on my page that I've done this. Blessing of the Raven Queen once per turn is a bonus action. I figured it's an action to set up the trap. I can teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see. I also gain resistance to all damage when I teleport until the start of my next turn. So I'll do that and run over here. Hey, Jor, what's up? We have a very similar fighting style.
So
hit and run.
I'm going to have the creature do a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Which...
Plus 13?
Yeah.
Dad.
She said it was fast.
I used a really cool spell.
No, that was really fucking awesome. I really love it.
Plus 13?
Scott's just gonna be mad at me later.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just like, it's undead, so it can't have great dex.
Well, my thing is, with all undead, especially with ligaments and bone and stuff exposed, it shouldn't be moving well anyway.
That's what I mean, like, from undead, like it's plus 13. So let's assume that it has 20 dex. That means that its proficiency modifier is plus 8, which would make it a CR 27 creature. Sorry.
No metagaming.
No, this is totally Scott metagaming.
No, this is totally me metagaming. This is why I'm like normally I wouldn't. If I wasn't metagaming, I wouldn't call out a plus 13.
Well, what happens? Does it trigger the trap?
The trap, like you set it down. It's not that it triggers the trap. It's that it sees you doing something and it just like bounces back.
I'll yell out, "No one step on that."
The trap is still there.
Yeah, don't step on it, guys.
And
please.
Yep, I shall draw the shape. It is.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, right.
I was just gonna ask if you wanted me to. Oh, it's a big boy.
It's a big boy.
Oops, oopsie.
Agron's right there.
My bad. Hey, well, he heard me. I said don't touch it.
He's also very scared.
That's true. I did think he'd be moving forward this turn.
God, I wish I had my cutting words barred right now, and then I could maybe fix this problem.
Right. And since that went really, really well, I'm not gonna have Odie do anything, and he's gonna hang out with me for a minute because no thanks.
Because the armor is still getting made.
Yeah. Yep. I'm waiting. He's gonna be the final strike kind of move from now on because
Alright.
you know, have something that I can attack with melee with him. Nothing we've had is melee. Damn it. Okay. So yeah, I'm done then. I got nothing else.
It is now the unicorn's turn, and it would be running straight this way. So I actually need
The Unishi or the Zombicorn. That's what we're going with right now.
The Zombicorn. I like that because I like the idea of an ear of corn being zombified and having a
Yeah, that's actually why I'm against the Zombicorn, is because
No.
two things can come into my head. Either a zombie unicorn, which is what we're dealing with, or like
a zombie ear of corn, which is also adorable and hilarious. So we're going.
which is okay. So Zombicorn.
Yes, Zombicorn.
Okay, the Zombicorn will do a dex saving throw.
I got to admit, what it really is it's still a zombie unicorn, but its horn is an ear of corn. Is what's in my head right now.
It's so surprised, but it's okay. It hits your trap. Your trap actually does go off, and you just have this black unicorn going. And I am going to say that you can roll 3d6 of damage, of lightning specifically.
Okay.
That it will take while still being held for at least 2 rounds.
So don't roll it yet.
No, go ahead, roll it. Like,
okay.
Damage it takes, but it's still not going to be able to move for 2 rounds.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oops, that's not how this works. They need the R. There we go. Now that's a 2. I can do this. Hold on. Shut up.
Sure you can.
Shut up. That doesn't count either. It's the 9 plus a 1, so it's 10. Don't
All right.
mind me.
10 points of lightning damage.
All right.
George.
Stop letting me roll for things. Someone else.
So it's my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Don't worry. I will save the Zombicorn. And I will run to it, and I will jump on it.
You are being electrocuted!
That's fine.
Sure.
And I will feed it, because I'm saving it! And I'm going to feed it the mushroom.
Jor, it is currently a live wire. Jor. Electricity. God damn it, Jor. If you die, I'm not bringing you back. All right? I will not start a crusade.
I'll save you.
No.
Thank you. At least there's one friend.
It's your fault.
Okay. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's fine, because I'm...
Or if there's any other ability that would make sense for dex-based something.
Acrobatics. Or, yeah, acrobatics. You do like a really fancy spin and avoid the arcs of electricity.
No, I'll do dexterity, because I'm actually really good at those.
Do it. I hope you're good.
It doesn't matter, because it's still halved whatever the damage was.
Yeah.
You still take 5 points of damage.
That's fine.
As you're shoving this mushroom
Yeah.
into the Zombicorn's face.
Yes, does it eat it?
Yes.
In a
I'm saving it. I'm whispering that in its ears. I'm saving you from it. I am a friend.
Which mushroom did you give it?
Whatever Amonit gave me.
Did Amonit ever tell you?
No.
Oh, god damn it. I thought, alright, cool.
Oh, I don't know if...
Should I could try and find like a random encounter type thing for it.
Oh, I've got several.
Oh, you have? Okay, never mind. I was like,
could you roll me a d6?
Who?
you. Not it.
You, Jor,
Not
because
me.
I'm not entirely sure what Amonit gave you.
2.
Okay. Oddly, well, not oddly because of the mushroom you gave it. It chews it, it swallows it, it doesn't react outside of that.
Oh, it was an already undead type thing. Well, you
It's a
tried.
thought that counts.
It's the thought.
Yep.
that counts.
All
Fine,
right,
it's gonna be pissed you wasted his mushroom.
Spider.
All right. Spider
Save us.
has a dog that is very intently trying to get him to take her for a walk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Squirrel, you mean?
Yes.
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 Alpha squirrel.
Alpha squirrel.
So let's see. I can't see what I rolled. Where are
A
you?
20.
Okay. Does that hit? I was shooting at the Chimera, sorry.
Yeah, that hits.
Is the Chimera still threatened? By.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to see a dog. Lay down.
Puppy.
Jeez. There you go.
All right, so 19 more.
And I yell out to Jor, can it do any tricks?
Don't worry, I'll find out in the next turn.
Not yet.
Agrin.
Okay, I am going to take one of those eggs, the oldest of them,
Okay.
wrap them in the oldest meat I have, preferably some type of prosciutto, and I'm gonna smash it on the ground. The sulfur should combine with the
Arcing electricity.
no, actually, the sulfur should combine with the oxygen to create sulfide oxide, which is a acid, which is not actually what I'm trying to go for. I'm actually trying to go for CHCl, otherwise known as chloroform, to create a trank bomb.
You know what? I am going to allow it because of your creativity.
Which parent taught Agrin this, real quick? Out of curiosity, because he didn't.
It was Chef. It was definitely Chef.
Okay, I thought so.
All right. Go ahead and roll me either a wisdom or an intelligence check to see how well you do it.
They're not. Neither of them are particularly great.
This is some Steven Seagal level chefing.
Nope.
He also cooks.
This is a straight D20 roll. 9.
All right. So it does look like a moment like the zombie corn is about to fall asleep in the trap.
I'm gonna action surge and do the exact same thing.
Okay.
I tried, guys. I'm sorry. I tried. Do I get advantage for creativity, inspiration?
Well, actually, because it was starting at a pretty low level of health, you do actually put it to sleep.
New friend.
So, no, you don't get inspiration, but you do put the zombie corn to sleep.
Okay. So I just 2 eggs in the middle. It smells horrific.
Yeah.
Quick,
Yes, it does.
steal its candy.
All right. It is now the Chimera's turn.
Are we ever gonna make friends by just communicating with someone, or are we?
I've been trying to communicate with this thing.
I don't know. Dor's been pretty effective regarding.
Yeah, that's true. We did all manage to each get a chimera head to like us earlier.
Yeah.
The undead ones are just picky.
So at the beginning of the Chimera's turn, it seems to have sections like semi-heal, but also looking more rotted. And then it is going to attack poor Agrin who's right in front of it first.
I'm gonna put a Constitution saving throw just because I realized I had to do 2 of them twice because I realized that I just dropped a chloroform bomb. I was standing right.
All right.
To be fair.
All right, go ahead. Agrin is rolling Constitution saving throws against his own chloroform.
What about? Never mind. Just gonna ask, what about
I'm-
Jor?
I'm probably still awake, right?
Yeah, you're still awake. I mean, it took a 9 and a 6 for the creature to fall asleep. All right. It is going to do a bite attack against Agrin.
I have an 18 AC.
Okay. It misses because I rolled a natural 1. And then we'll do a claw attack against Jor.
It misses and falls into the trap.
18 to hit.
Barely.
Okay.
I imagine you're still sitting on top of the collapsed, unconscious zombie corn.
14 points of damage.
All right.
Next up is Sameo. The
All right.
zombie corn is currently snoring.
Okay, so I won't worry about that. I will also use. I'll mark the Chimera as well with a planar warrior. So this is, if it hits, it'll be force damage as well as magic damage. Not that I think.
Yeah.
I don't
Force
succeed in hitting it.
Nope, you missed.
Nope. Does anyone have something to make it so that I can hit things? Is that
you could attempt a haste potion.
would haste? What was what is
It's going to give you an extra action, so it won't necessarily help you with hitting.
Yeah, but it might double. It'll double my chance to hit.
Yeah. It does also double your speed, which with planar warrior can get really fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll pull that up. That was all my actions, but I'll probably do that next turn then.
All right.
Yeah.
Undead Unicorn is asleep. Jor, you are up.
All right. Just taking a claw attack. I am mad. And so I'm going to hit it with my scimitar.
All right.
That's a crit.
That is definitely a crit.
Yes.
So 10 and another 10, so 20 points.
Mhm.
I'm on the extra attack, hit it again for 27,
No, that definitely hits.
for 14 points of damage, and then I'm going to bonus action flurry of blows.
Uh-huh.
Another crit.
Nice.
Excellent.
So,
So apparently my
Six.
cheat code screwed up and it impacted Chris, not me.
that's 8. And then my next one is a 15, so that misses.
That misses, yes.
But yeah,
Jor wins the game tonight.
All right.
Jor definitely wins the game tonight.
Yeah. Jor is just beating the crap out of this undead chimera.
let go, my friend.
It is looking very hurt, but it is still up. You've got sections of flesh that have actually started to slog off, and you're seeing just more skeleton at this point. Still moving, though, and moving way more spryly than it probably should. Spider.
Spider is cheering Jor on and will lob another arrow at the beast.
Sadly misses.
Too much cheering, not enough lobbing. That is all I've got.
All right, Agrin. The undead unicorn or zombie corn is asleep. Jor has leapt off its back and just pummeled this undead chimera.
But there's still no one I can actually flank with, right?
Not unless you use your movement to get on the other side of the chimera. You could do that without. Yeah, you could do that without doing an.
But I'm not flanking with anybody still, right?
No, Jor's right here.
Jor's underneath the unicorn, but not.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was confused. Okay. Now I'm gonna Great Weapon Master the fuck out of this thing.
All right.
I'm going to go ahead and Precision Strike that.
Okay.
So that's a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Ooh, okay. Great Weapon Master again. Jesus, Jor. 15. I'm gonna again Precision Strike. 16.
Nope. So weirdly, its butt is very dexterous and just keeps wiggling out of your way.
It's got a little wiggle butt Chimera.
It's the chloroform. It's like kind of like
A little woozy. Yeah, yeah.
I'm seeing like triple at this point. Like, whoa.
Which one's the real butt?
I would like to point out that that is not how you make chloroform in real life.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Although
And
the chemical
children-
analysis is actually correct. It would be like sulfuric oxide, but the calcium would
Technically,
not
those
combine
combined,
with hydrogen and chloride.
However, for the children at home, any children or adults who are stupid who may be watching, do not try to make your own chemical compounds at home and not be in a safe, secure lab environment. What with the respirators and the goggles and such, please.
Oh yeah, because sulfur oxide will hurt you, and because that
A lot of
will
that will.
actually kill you. Like,
Mm-hmm. Speaking from someone who plays way too much with chemicals at home, don't do it.
sulfuric oxide is a ridiculously potent acid, so it's also known as acid rain. If anyone is aware of it.
All right. It is now the Chimera's turn, and it is going to attempt to tail whip Agrin.
Let's see if this whip succeeds.
No,
I think so.
Whips just aren't a thing.
I'm gonna
I'm
riposte
on it.
because fuck it. I'm gonna riposte.
All right.
I'll do a normal riposte because his Great Weapon Master has not been working out very well at all. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Actually, that would have been with advantage. Give me a second. So actually, this is crit.
Shooter.
Woo!
Cheat.
It's only 15 damage. Oh, well, actually, give me a second. I need to check if that's actually true. It is not, actually. Sorry, it is a... That is 19 damage. Sorry.
Okay. It is looking like a breeze might knock it over at this point, but it is still up.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
Yay! This time I'm gonna use Odie.
Okay.
I'll go first, and I'll do the same thing with. I have to reactivate it every turn, unfortunately. But Planar Warrior. So if this hits, it probably won't, given my track record. Yeah, probably not, right?
Nope, that misses.
Okay. So then
What is this
Odie.
fucker's AC? Jesus.
Well, it was rolling 13 on its dex
Yes.
saving throws. I can't.
So Odie is gonna go over here, and he gets 2 attacks because of his extra attack thing, and will use Savage Slash just so he doesn't get his jaws anywhere near it.
All right.
So attack 1 fails. Attack 2. God damn it, Becca!
I haven't done anything. I'm sorry.
Becca! I mean, that's how far was that? I was really hoping he'd get a hit in. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Well, is it does he count as he's flanking, being right where he is? There's,
Oh,
Actually, yes.
No, he
good
doesn't.
point.
Sorry, Beckett.
I, as the GM,
Okay.
because it's a triangle. Literally, you guys have done a triangle, and going to declare, yes, he still gets flanking.
Okay.
so-
Like it's the equidistant triangle, and like I'm not like critiquing you, but technically, if there's 3 points, it's always a triangle.
I'm going with this triangle.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is I get to try and attack again.
Yeah.
Yay.
You can try that angle.
Hey, one of
Hey,
it.
second one hits.
Thank God. And he's gonna smite, because fuck this.
Yes, because Odie can actually do that.
I forget. Did I type up his smite, though? I didn't. What's smite again?
It's
How
plus
many?
2d8.
2d8?
Except this is undead.
So 3d8.
Ooh. Oh, I should have had him doing this earlier. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
I forgot. Shut up.
Yep. Okay, so, well, that's a terrible.
Because that's his slash is the 2d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
Since he hasn't leveled up.
Wow, that's a
So-
shitty smite roll.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's because I rolled it. There's a pattern here.
Well, let's find out what would have happened if I rolled it, just out of curiosity. Let me go.
Also, out of curiosity, why hasn't he leveled up?
I don't actually know. He just has. I think because we haven't said anyone leveled up since the last world.
Mhm.
I think in that gap, once we got here, I moved Sameo to be the same level as everyone because she was only a 5. So you had me bump her to 7. But I don't think anything ever happened with Odie since we made him.
Okay.
I think we just haven't done it yet
Well, other than
Anyway.
smite. But
because he's a good boy.
he is a good boy. He got the good boy paladin path.
He did.
Does it bug anyone else? And I just realized it because I never changed my thing until I realized it. Like, I'm currently running what I view is my tiefling character's image. Like, I feel like Roll20 should update to the character token in the chat view. Sorry.
I
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I had issues with that for a while. Anyhow, how would you like to murder this person?
Yay, Odie! Okay. Gallantly, he will. Oh, he's at the side though. He's going to slash through a wing, and in pulling it down, I imagine they hit their head on the electric trap, and zzz, and so it does.
Okay.
Just like, okay. Agrin will actually walk up to the zombicorn and start petting it lovingly and like whispering in its ear that you are going to be the steed of a great knight.
It's still electrified, guys. That trap is still active.
Jor doesn't care.
Guys,
I feel like Jor and Agrin do not care.
Yo, Agrin, roll a dex saving throw though.
God damn it!
I think we've already determined that I am so great at this. 14.
All right. What was the original damage?
10.
Okay. By the way, Scott, Agrin actually does this too. Because it is a pet of a main, and he's trying to show that he trusts and respects this creature with utmost sincerity. He's gonna take full damage. He chooses to fail the dex save. He's not pulling his hand away.
Isn't it unconscious?
Okay, you take 10 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
Solidarity.
Yep.
I do have to ask: is Jor helping him in any
Yes.
way?
And I'd be like, let's pull him away from the trap.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, is there a way that I can
he's
disable it?
pretty fucking knocked out. So
No. If there's a way to disable the trap, I'll try to do that.
Yeah, you know
How to?
how to unlatch the trap to
Okay.
cause it to dissipate.
Okay, I'll do that. Put it back in my pocket.
he's a pretty mount.
How much of him is rotting on a scale of 1 to bone? Like,
So about 70% is still flesh.
Oh,
okay.
30% is definitely rotting.
Okay. Well, if we want to keep him, guys, we got to figure a way to make that stop.
so my dad, God rest his soul, told me like he used to have the spell that made it so the rotting wasn't a thing. Like you'd have to cast it every 7 days or something. I think it was called like gentle respite or something. Does anybody have that?
Gentle repose.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh man.
We don't have any real casters in this group.
We don't have any clerics, do we?
No.
There is also
The closest that you guys had was Narga.
Mm-hmm.
There is a paladin spell that'll do this.
Is there?
It's actually ceremony. Ceremony, if you do it, you can actually cause a corpse to basically not rot or, well...
No, actually, what you're talking...
That's not going to work because that's supposed to not make it become
It makes
undead.
it does not prevent it from rotting. It prevents it from becoming undead for 7 days.
Yep.
Because I was going to say, if that's a thing and someone wants to give that to Odie.
That's sanctified, but it's not.
Yep. Nope. I was mixing spells up. I'm sorry.
No, we need
Well, I
gentle
wonder-
repose.
If this mushroom actually did something to it.
Yeah, it didn't seem to react, right?
Yet.
Guess what?
Unless we just
Let it
created
wake
Black
up.
Veil Kieran, which Becca gets, but
I want to look in this room. While they're waiting for the unicorn to wake up and figure out what's going on.
While I'm waiting for
Zombicorn!
to-
We've already determined. We've already named it. Although we do actually need to
Zombicorn
give it
to
a
wake up.
name. Its name
Jeffrey.
is its species. Jeffrey?
Jeffrey
How
is
about Rob?
unicorn.
How about
Rob.
Gary?
I like Rob.
Rob Zombicorn.
Rob Zombicorn. I love you and you're my favorite.
Rob Zombicorn.
He's gonna be my workout.
I'm
champ.
going to cut off a piece of the chimera and see if I could feed it to my mimic.
I'm gonna cut off the piece of the chimera and see if I can feed it to my Rob Zombicorn.
I'm not gonna cut up the chimera because ew.
I'm gonna help Sameo search that room.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the whole trying to
entering it.
make things like
It might be a
eat other things.
There's a lot of that. A lot of forced feeding in this group.
Are you waking the zombie corn up?
No, well, he's very he's a zombie and drugged. I'm pretty sure like that's not gonna work. But Agrin will be making a kind of like chimera ceviche with his because he is a trained chef.
Mm-hmm.
And he
love
figures
it?
that like also like well he's not particularly skilled in the making food out of brains thing. I'm sure he's encountered cultures before that can do it.
A lot of them. Yeah. Usually one of the big things in Europe was butter. You just make a butter sauce and you soak the brain in that and go yummy.
Mm-hmm. So like
if-
yeah, Agron's gonna spend probably the next 10 minutes. Like
You can deep
he's
fry it.
Okay.
well, his biggest problem is that he's very aware of prion diseases, and as much as he's figured zombies are kind of immune to such things, he would prefer not to have Rob Zombicorn become a cannibal. So like he's going to try to figure out a way to avoid prion disease.
Okay. I will let Agrin and Jor do either chef checks or just straight intelligence checks. So, like,
Chef checks.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong,
Agrin,
I'm a chef.
so long as you have proficiency in chef tools,
I
or
very much do.
you can add your proficiency modifier to the intelligence check.
Ow, intelligence check, really?
If
This is so terrible.
It can't be a strength check?
No.
If
I
it
got a
helps at all-
16.
If it helps at all and you got the brain from the dragon rather than the goat or the lion, you're less likely to find the
13.
proteins that would cause prions.
You two together think that you've definitely gotten the right brain to feed the zombie corn.
Oh, I would say, that, like, so assuming that is mammalian, I would focus on the dragon brain, not the goat brain. Like
All right.
Shayna is correct on that. Like,
Yep. All right. So you have gotten the dragon brain out
mhm.
and have started prepping it for the zombicorn to wake and feast.
Okay. I make a great platter.
And then I take one of the other brains and give it to my mimic.
The mimic just chows down on it. It is like you put it in the top pouch of the backpack, and the pouch itself actually becomes a maw and like takes it from you and starts making happy, slurpy, sucking, chewy sounds.
And since we're extracting brains, I figure Agron is going to take all the skulls. He's going to package them up and send it to his best friend, Molly. Or, no, sorry, Maureen, not Molly. Molly is somebody else. But he's going to send it to Mad Maureen because she loves the skulls.
For Sameo, with that question.
Or a gibbering mouther, because I also love those.
For your question, do a quick perception check on your person.
Uh-oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? No.
There seems to be an oddly brightly colored feather you don't remember.
God damn, the feathers! Where's the feather? I pull it out. Where is it?
Okay, so you pull the feather off. It's like hanging out by your hip. Definitely not anywhere you had feathers. You pull it out, and it just looks like a feather for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Until it just, like, it has these tiny little tendrils, like, grab on your hand and is trying to escape your grip.
It's from his friend. You have a friend.
Oh, is this the same thing?
Your friend.
I start petting the feather part.
Okay.
You need to feed it. It's small.
Okay, I'll start muttering to it in like abyssal or something, and I'll rip a chunk of flesh off the chimera and try and put it near the tendrils because I don't know where its mouth is yet.
All right,
What
go
are
ahead
you doing?
and give me a animal handling check with advantage.
Uh-oh.
I'm like, here, use this piece of this brain. They like brain.
What? I'm sorry, I missed it. What are you doing?
I just found a baby mimic attached to me.
The feather.
As a feather again.
All right, the 19, it calms down. It actually becomes a little bit more like it looks like a tiny little pouch type thing sitting on your hand.
It's a coin purse.
It looks like a feathery coin purse at this point.
I put him around my neck. Little friend.
Mimic.
All right, you now have the tiniest little
mimic.
You've got the tiniest little mimic in the room you just walked in.
Yes.
Now that so Spider does see you actually like grab the feather and freak out a little bit, and it turned into a tiny little coin pouch. There is weirdly a very large, for this size, like it's 10 foot across, like siege weapon that is partially destroyed in this room. It is in this corner, which is why you couldn't see it at all until you entered the room. There's several pieces of blood-soaked clothing kind of scattered throughout the room, but it's like old blood. It's like turned pretty much black at this point. And in this side of the room, almost blocking this door, is the body skeleton of another chimera. Its body, though, has been kind of like moved around and its bones are shifted a lot, almost as though it looks kind of like the other chimera might have been sleeping up against it.
Oh, well, that's depressing.
So I'm going to do a couple of things here before anybody else comes in. I'm going to look around for footprints.
Okay.
Curious if there's been a necromancer here or something like that. And I will also be sniffing around.
Okay.
So, investigation.
Yes, please. Definitely smells like rotting body. You do also see that even amongst the footprints of the chimera, that there is some sort of humanoid footprints that have been in here semi-recently.
Okay.
It's been about maybe a week or two. Like, that's how old the prints are.
Okay. So, guys, I think we have a necromancer or something.
Oh. Okay.
See where those the outline of that foot is there?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got someone that's been here in the last week, and he
So
didn't get eaten, so I'm guessing he's a necromancer.
Okay. Well,
Can I tell what kind of footprint? Is it a light footprint, like possibly an elf or something like that?
to help determine size.
Yeah. So it's definitely smaller than yours. Probably human or elf. Like that size range.
Okay.
Not small enough to be something like a halfling or a gnome, but not large enough to be something like a troll like yourself.
Okay. So yeah, something to keep an eye out for. Maybe we can feed him.
Maybe he wants to be a friend.
That's our answer for everything. Feed it, and it will be friends.
Feed it and pet it and give it head pets.
Yes.
And then take its babies.
That is what we do. But we accidentally kill the parent and then find the babies and then take the babies.
So hopefully
Hey.
the necromancer's a parent.
What? Do necromancer babies, are they automatically necromancers? I have lots of questions now. How do you think this works?
Well, if we raise the child and call him Necro Baby, I'm sure he will lean towards that.
Oh my god.
Becca, around this point, and I have been paying attention, but around this point, Agron will try to wake up the Rob Zombicorn and say, and it was, who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead? Living a dead girl.
He really wants inspiration tonight.
Oh, you also could have gone with exhibition of a gore horror or.
What do you want to talk?
Oh god. Okay.
Yep. We just start whispering these lyrics and we don't know how we know them, but they just seem right.
Well, you probably know them.
Oh, I know all of them, all of the songs. Pick one.
I actually adore this song. Rage in the cage and piss upon the stage. There's only one show away to bring the giant down. Defunct the strings of cemetery thing with one flat foot on the devil's wings.
Okay, go ahead and give me a performance check.
He is still my favorite performance I've seen live.
Can I have anything other than charisma, please?
Yeah. If you haven't, let's see, what?
Memorizing the lyrics, like intelligence or something?
I actually don't have my mouse right now. What the fuck is going on? There we go.
I don't know.
That's been happening to me with Roll20 for some reason. My mouse just like gets lost on that screen.
It has been getting weird.
Can I have it's a flat D20 roll, but can I have a wisdom maybe? Because it's the animal handling check. Can I get an animal handling check, please?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Take an animal handling check with inspiration. You can have a D6 for this.
Okay, so normal roll, but with D6.
Yeah, because that was actually pretty awesome.
13.
13. It does not immediately bite your face off. As you are whispering,
It's
or
very, very confused.
singing these lyrics to this creature, its goat mouth kind of opens up, and you can see that its teeth are no longer herbivorish. They are definitely sharp and pointy.
I give its brain ceviche to it.
Okay.
Dragon brain ceviche.
It's gonna start eating the dragon brain ceviche. That's now a thing in my head. Thank you so very much. If I wake up screaming in the middle of the night, it's your fault.
Okay.
I think you should make chimera rolls.
Hey,
I'm
is
chiming in with another
as
song,
long as
sorry.
Rob
Anyway.
Zombicorn becomes our thing.
I mean, honestly, even if we have to kill it, just take the head, mount it on the wall, teach it how to sing. You know, like those singing fish? Just that, except it just does Rob Zombie lyrics.
I mean, so I'm good with Living Dead Girl. Like Dragula is a little cliche, but I do actually like the song. Shit, I'm blanking. Like,
What do you need?
yeah. Like Agron is literally trying to train him out right now.
Yeah. And speaking of mounts and animal companions, because of everything you guys have gone through, and the fact that you've been so inspired regarding, like the whole must collect all of the companions and mounts and stuff. You guys are level 6 or 7 right now.
7.
Go ahead and level up to level 8, but I'm going to cut the actual gameplay now and have you guys discuss.
I'm gonna keep this stream going because the out of character stuff is pretty funny.
Yeah. Discuss with me and yourselves how Agron is going to convince Rob Zombicorn to be his mount. How Spider potentially ? Outside of the Alpha Squirrel is going to be dealing with his murder pony that is horsed. Odie should also level at this point.
Yeah.
And Jor would have been like looking at the dragon scales and been looking at Sameo. I'm like, gotta do everything around here, and starts getting the scales for Odie's armor.
Yep.
I would like to
I
say,
got
like,
distracted,
Agron actually,
thank you.
like, he wants Rob Zombicorn to be a thing because he's like, there's an aesthetic going on, and we've already just discussed that Agron has kind of an emo bent.
I will also mention that your hatchling back in town is probably very attached to Jor, and despite the fact that it wasn't requested, I will throw this out there now that the armorer is already going to be designing a little harness for it with Jor in mind.
Okay, because one of the things Agron was gonna do is he was gonna like, Jor was the other person that was interested in like Rob Zombicorn, and so like he like because Agron is kind of an awkward person, and so he's not like, but he wants Rob Zombicorn to be, you know, awesome, and that's more for. It's not so much Agron's personality as much as Scott saying like, we did this whole thing and then it was Rob Zombie and I love Rob Zombie.
So I'm going to grab a little bit more tea while you guys contemplate and think about what you want to do with your menagerie.
We need to start a zoo.
I said that. Yeah, we could sell tickets.
And now I'm really sad because Agron has shit charisma and like I can't sing random Rob Zombie songs the entire time.
If I had good charisma, I would help too, but this is not the character for that. I have a 12. So yeah, I don't really have a leg up on that either.
Oh, don't worry. Like, assuming that like Rob Zombicorn survives, Rob Zombicorn might become a thing, and Paladin's pajamas the normal thing.
Hey, wait! I could totally do Zombie Unicorn as the Sun Puppies logo. Oh wait, no, I was gonna do our conglomerate piece.
We have a bunch of logos, right? That like random things, like ghost goats are a thing.
I know. Oh, I have tons of ideas, but I need a central one for the Sun Puppies, like how I have the central one for Malice. I need a central one. Yeah, you know, I need a thing. So I was gonna go with the our hatchling that Becca called it, but I don't know what it looks like yet.
What thing?
The thing the egg that they're all raising together, and everybody put a little bit of their craziness into it.
Oh yeah.
So it's got, like,
Giannos?
yeah.
That thing that's super aggressive and that has
Poisonous.
permanent
That weird
dim light
face
around it.
spider egg that you guys decided that you guys are gonna impart all of your magical gifts
Don't know
to.
why you say you guys like I had any say in it. I was not consulted.
I completely forgot about that. Like
I haven't.
now I have to remember. Now I have to put a thing in my wikia about that.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure that can come up in the other games too.
Well, no, because again, so okay, I'm gonna clarify timeline issues at this point. So, the initial game you guys played, the initial Paladins Pajama games, for my own brain reasons, happened at 5:55. It's an easy number to remember. There were some games that happened at 5:51 that me and Becca kind of played privately. You guys are currently at 5:58. The game we are currently in is between 5:55 and 5:56. I don't know what season we're at right now.
It's the season of the flooding.
Which would have, so we're at 5:56 in winter.
Yes.
Like that's the end of Paladins. We're in 5:56 right now.
Yep. This is important because when Spider chooses and convinces you guys to assist him, there are things that will have changed from what he would have seen from. That is going to be different now.
So Shayna, you actually have the option of saying that are you in 5:56 or are you in, like up to 5:59? You can actually go earlier than that. Going later than that causes problems because we don't know what happened. Like there is a potential for the murder of crows to blow up the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I figured that with basically all of our campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for Sameo, because I'm pretty sure you're actually talking about your campaign, not Sameo. Sameo, because of her background, you've got this weird time dilation thing going on anyhow, where there are things happening outside of what you're doing right now that she may actually know about.
Yep. She hops planets and timelines and just where am I and when am I? What is this? What's happening?
I would actually mention so you might want to mention to Stefan because he's going to drop into the Paladins game, and I don't know when you're planning on having him drop in.
He was hoping this Saturday if he stops.
This Saturday is fine. I didn't know if
ill.
you wanted to drop in on Tuesday.
No, we won't have his character done by tomorrow because he's been unconscious most of always.
No, that's understandable.
So sick.
But, but if he wants to drop in on
Saturday,
I know. Basically, it depends upon if you want him to be a spell jammer or if you want him to be basically a time cop. That's your two choices here.
I have a feeling he'll like the term time cop, but he won't like having to answer to an authority.
No, that's not.
Okay.
He doesn't. When I say time cop, basically, he went to he went to the Elven Empire in kind of a like turtles do not exist in our world. Mainly because I have too many races to keep track of as it is.
He can be something else.
No. Turtles were great.
Okay.
Mechanically, it's not. It's that. It's just they don't exist. And actually, it works great for Malice if you were gonna put a turtle in. Yeah. The game you're putting him in is a great place to put him.
That's kind of what I figured, and that's the race he's most interested in. So.
Okay. Yeah. No. So he has two options. He can be a spell jammer and just like randomly show up because he's a intermaterial playing pirate. Or
also for me that would be super fun because Mist could actually just like be dropping him off and he could actually know something about what Mist and Rendell are up to.
Which is how I'd run that. If he's going the other way, basically he showed up to get an interplanar fugitive.
Which was probably missed.
No, because this would have been
That was a joke.
1,600 years before everything.
That was a joke.
No, he would have. Yeah, no, but he would have showed up to the old Elven Empire before they broke time.
Which could have been then the Druid Knoll, or possibly
It could have been a lot of things, and I will work with Stefan.
It could have been Orissa, or it could have been the Thicrane, or
as I said, like there's a lot of characters that this is a thing.
Yeah.
And so most out of character, the Elven Empire, the reason they fell was their capital, their king decided that he wanted to reverse time. This is the one law of magic that cannot be broken.
Yeah.
All of the other laws of magic, what happens is that, like, horrible things happen to you, but nothing really breaks. But if you break causality, you break...
Yeah, you had to break everything.
You break everything. So what happened is the Elven Empire literally got frozen in time.
GG.
The person that attempted it actually got shunted backwards in time. That means that he experiences all time as though you're watching a movie in rewind.
That sounds shitty.
For eternity.
Yeah, sounds shitty.
He can't die.
Also fitting, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't stop it. So he just keeps on experiencing the same... He does have enough power to, like, stop it for a brief moment of time, but, like, he's going crazy.
It's less likely we'll run into him, though it's...
You did run into him in the last game. Actually, you guys found a book from him.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We did. Actually, that was James's character that started really being interested in it.
But, so...
James's character as an NPC might actually show up because he's still trying to research it.
Yeah, but anyways, so... And that's why, like, the time dilation is slowing down, is because the entire city got frozen in time. And Stefan would have been a turtle that, like, that showed up, like, basically as the intergalactic marshal service, like, hey, I need this fugitive, at the wrong time and got stuck.
Yeah. So he'd be more like a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
that
less
for sure.
bounty hunter. Like, he could be a bounty hunter. He could be a cop. He could be like a lawyer. I don't really like. There's.
I'll bet $100 real world dollars that he'll go bounty hunter.
I'm just like. It basically showed up and was like, I need this guy.
Yeah, and then, whoa, where am I?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. And level 5, he'll start at.
4.
Or at
well,
4? Okay.
I actually need to. Actually, I need everybody, and I will start tomorrow with this. I need everyone to tell me what level they currently are at.
Brutus,
Yeah.
Zashi, and
Storm.
Storm are all level 5. Everyone else is level 4.
Okay. So I'm
So
going to
they're
have
level 4.
Stefan start at level 4, but
Yeah,
he's going to be halfway through level 4.
Okay, I'll make a note of that. I did forget that we were all different levels. I just looked at Brutus and remembered he was 5. My bad.
And Zashi is like oddly midway through level 5.
Oh, Brutus only just made 4, or just made 5, so. Okay.
Honestly, both of that is because of that random day where it was just me doing shit.